Speedway Portal and the Wight Warriors bring you the National League Travel Plus fixture today between the Wight Warriors and the Belle Vue Colts from Manchester. For our visitors, the Colts, they bring in as a guest from Kent Kings, James Shanes, standing in for Lee Payne. And for the Warriors, Joe Jacobs is ill, so his guest replacement is Ellis Perks from Eastbourne after originally signing for the Warriors at the beginning of the season. Loads of great action coming for you in this DVD, and you've got a guest commentator today in the injured Brendan Johnson standing in for us. We're going to go over to Brendan in the pits talking to the team manager for the Warriors, Neil Vatcher.
So Neil, we've started the season well, but the Belle Vue Colts are in town. Do you think it'll be a hard challenge?
Yeah, definitely will. Belle Vue's a team that I rate very highly. Got 4 top guys at the top end here tonight with James Shanes guesting in places Lee Payne. So, I think it's going to be a tough night. Yeah,
that Dan Bewley's been picking up points on the road here, there and everywhere. So we've got to watch out for him tonight, I suppose.
Yeah, he's pretty special. He only looks about 12 years old, a little fella, but he pops off the start. He's an ex-motocrosser, so he knows how to come off the traps. And, I think this fast track will suit him tonight. So, but riding at number 1 obviously will be a bit harder for him. He's been riding at reserve prior to last night, and so hopefully he won't score too many. But as I say, they look really strong team.
Exactly. I suppose not having him at reserve means he can't take 7 rides, so that's got a bonus us as well, really. Yeah,
it's like 2 extra rides that he can't take because I'm sure they'll probably give him 5 anyway. But as long as we can do our job, like we're quite strong at the top as well. Got 4 top boys in our team, so as long as we can do our job, then we should be all right.
Good. I see Joe's not here today. Why have we got Ellis Perks replacing him?
Unfortunately, Joe's got a bout of food poisoning. I just took a phone call from him at 10 o'clock this morning, so it was an absolute mad rush this morning. Sort of phoning around basically the whole of the National League, and fortunately Ellis said that he would do it, so we snapped his hand off, and all credit to Ellis, for getting the call at the last minute and sort of making the effort to come here. So I'm really chuffed to have him on board.
Brilliant, no worries. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us.
Okay, no worries.
Pre-meeting, we've got George with us. George, you're the team manager for the Belle Vue Colts. You've got a cracking number 1 at the moment who's kind of come out of nowhere. Can you tell us a little bit about Dan?
Yeah, we knew when we saw him practice in the winter at Scunthorpe, we knew he was going to be very good. So we kept it under wraps as much as possible, and I think it seemed to work. Unfortunately, when the lad goes out and gets a couple of 18-point maximums, you can't keep him hidden for very long. So, yeah, he's got a great future in the sport. He's got a natural adaptation to it. He's come from the motocross background. He's used to winning, and he's disappointed if he doesn't win, so he expects to win, and that's good.
Well, we're looking forward to see how he takes to the circuit down here. And talking about circuits, you've got a nice new stadium that you're at as well at Belle Vue.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's obviously, as everybody knows, we had a lot of problems there to start with. That's all sorted now. The track's laid. Now we need the weather to be a little bit kinder to us, but it's going to be an absolute awesome racing track. It's going to have, many different lines, and all the riders just rave about it. It's an excellent track. Yeah.
And you've brought in James Shanes as a guest tonight as well. How did that one come about?
Well, Lee Payne is riding for Red Car tonight, so it's a guest for Lee, and Len tells me that James is going to score a lot of points down here, so I believe him.
Yeah, he's already ridden down here this season, scored a few points, and he's got a few meetings coming up as well for Kent as well in the forthcoming month.
Good.
Okay, so what do you expect for your team by the end of the season? What kind of position do you expect to be in?
Well, it's very interesting because nobody knew about Dan. Everybody's got us rated very, very low in the league. We are obviously aiming for a top 4 place so we can get into the playoffs. We've got through the first leg of the Knockout Cup, so we're just going to sort of chase that, and anything better is good. We've got Birmingham in the second leg of the Knockout Cup. It would be nice to turn those guys over.
Okay, then, Jules. Well, thank you very much for your time. Wish you all the best through the season, and but not tonight against us.
No, it's a pleasure. Thanks very much. I haven't been here since I was a kid, actually, so it's nice to be back here. So
It's great to see the sun out as well.
right, thanks very much.
Thank you. Following those pit interviews, we head out onto the circuit. You see the bikes coming out now for the parade and the lineup. And we're going to go to the parade with the riders at the Andrew Uni Stadium here at Smallbrook.
So we're starting for the team similarity for today's Trouble Plus National League fixture. The Wight Warriors taking on the Belle Vue Colts. So please put your hands together and welcome first of all the 1 to 7 of the Belle Vue Colts.
Okay, got it, Jim.
And you see there's always one just because it's his birthday. And now it's the turn, ladies and gents, of the Wight Warriors. You can make the noise in that day, it's not really mixing culture. So we're going to introduce the riders soon now one by one. First of all, this is from Manchester, the Belle Vue Colts at number 7. Please give a round of applause to David Holt. Lining up at reserve with him at number 6 is Joe Lawler. Their skipper and number 5 is Matt Williamson. And number 4, please welcome Rob Shuttleworth. We've already seen him down here this season as well, riding for the Cape Kings. The guest for the evening at number 3 is James Shanes. And number 2 is Tom Wally.
It was heads.
And at number 1, rising up from the reserve, from just about nowhere, please welcome Dan Bewley. For the Warriors at number 7,
Can we do that one again? I wasn't looking. Can we do that one again? I wasn't looking.
I don't know if I'm stupid, but I didn't even call my name.
joining the reserve at number 6, Matt Soul.
I thought it went the other way, 1 to 7.
Yeah, go Coco!
So James, you're my favourite.
Number 4, Mark Winston.
Oh, I love you too.
You're my favourite.
Welcome back.
I'll get money first, Ben. When you do this shit.
Welcome back. Please start at number 3.
They do like you, Right, just say it wrong. It's fine. What was that? I don't even know. I think he said Aussie.
And at number 1, coming in as a guest replacement tonight for Joe Jacobs. Please welcome Ellis Perks.
We'll wait for that.
Okay, in the pits pre-meeting, we've got Ellis Perks with us, who's standing in as a guest today for Joe Jacobs. Ellis, what brought this move about?
Basically, this I think Joe Jacobs had a crash at Poole during the week and picked up an injury there, so he's wanted to get a replacement this morning. And Neil Vatcher called me actually at 10 o'clock this morning. He said, "I know it's a long shot, but can you possibly ride for us tonight at the Isle of Wight?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" So want to ride my bike as much as I can, so come down. It should be a good meeting.
Okay, and I understand you've not actually ridden here in Anger before.
No, I've never actually rode here. I'm signed from the beginning of this season, but yeah, this would be the first meeting I'll actually do here.
And have you picked up any tips?
Yeah, I spoke to a couple of the boys. I spoke to Adam Ellis. He's given me a rough idea. So, but you know, it's still a normal track. You just turn the throttle on and go left, don't you? So.
And you're racing in the National League at the moment for Eastbourne, also in the Premier League for Plymouth. How's things going for you there?
Yeah, like I say, made that move pretty late on during the season for Eastbourne. I've only done 2 meetings for them, both at home. It's going all right. Been pretty busy with Plymouth. But, they shut down pretty early on. That was a bummer, but we're back open now. We're running, we're sweet. So I was pretty flat out last week. I think I did 6 meetings last week for Plymouth. So it'd be good to get some National League fixtures on the board as well.
Both of those tracks are very small. Obviously, the Island, biggest one in the country. What's your thoughts about that later on?
Yeah, it should be a bit different. I struggled really. I was thinking which bike should I ride, because both mine are set up for small tracks. So we'll just go out there and hopefully find some speed.
Okay, what are your aims personally as well for the season?
For the season, I'd like to maintain a 3-point average in the Premier League, always like an injury-free season, and hopefully put a point or two on my National League average so I can be a number 1 for a National League team next year.
Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck tonight. I hope you bag a few points for the Warriors.
Thank you.
Okay, with me pre-match, we've got Dan, who's a new sensation to the Belle Vue Colts. Dan, how long have you actually been riding?
I've been riding the 500 since just about the end of the season, and I want to do 5 a little bit longer than that.
And what have you done before Speedway?
Motocross, that's it really.
How long were you riding motocross?
Since I was about 6-10 years or something.
And did you have much success at motocross?
A little bit. I won a few races at nationals and things, and like local stuff in Cumbria and that.
What made you make the big switch over?
I'm not 100% sure, just a lot of things. There's a track near us and it seemed like the right thing to do.
And how are you finding things? Obviously, the points seem to be flowing for you, but how are you actually finding it?
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot different to motocross, but I'm enjoying it, yeah, it's good.
And what are your own personal aims for the rest of the season with the Colts?
I'm not sure, just try and be consistent and try and keep it number 1 if I can.
Have you had a look at the track out here at Smallbrook?
Not yet. I've heard it's big, so...
Yeah, biggest in the country with some banking. Are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, it'd be good. So we rode a couple of big tracks, so it should be good.
Okay, Dan, well, wish you all the best tonight. Thank you very much for your time. And over we go to Brendan Johnson, your guest commentator.
So here we are then for heat number 1 of the National League meeting against Belle Vue. In gate number 1 in blue, we have Kelsey Dugard. Gate number 2, we have in yellow, Tom Woolley. In gate number 3, in red, Ellis Perks, who is guesting for the currently sick Joe Jacobs. And off the outside gate in white, Daniel Bewley, the young rising star from Belle Vue. As the riders are getting ready for heat 1, Kelsey Dugard just preparing his clutch, making sure things are all right. Be quite interesting to see how Daniel Bewley copes with the big fast track here at the Isle of Wight. I've heard good things about him. And the sponsor of Heat 1 is Jason Waring. Just making sure they're getting their gates and all their bikes prepared. So here we are then, ready for tapes up. And the clutches are dropped. And going into the first bend, Daniel Bewley, the young star, has made a belting gate. And he is locked up right in front of Ellis Perks. Down the back straight goes Daniel Bewley, followed by Ellis and Kelsey Dugard. Going into bend 3 for the first time then. It is Daniel Bewley, followed by Ellis Perks and Kelsey Dugard. And at the back is Tom Woolley. Settling in now. And the young star is looking very, very good out in front. Relaxed and in control. Ellis Perks is chasing hard now. And they're following into bend 3 for the second lap. And it is very spread out here in Heat 1. With conditions nice and wet for the riders. Ellis Perks gaining ground there. Trying to find the outside line. But just can't get there. Trying really hard here down the back straight for the third lap, and into the third bend he goes, trying the high line. Can he get around Daniel Bewley? Up the inside he goes, not this time, but as I say, in front is Daniel Bewley, second Ellis Perks, third Kelsey Dugard, and trailing at the back is Tom Woolley. So here we go then, down the back straight for the final time. Around the outside goes Ellis Perks. Can he get there? Here he goes for the cutback, and it's a race to the line. And there we go, checkered flag, heat 1. So the result for heat 1 then. In white, Daniel Bewley. In red, Ellis Perks. Blue, Kelsey Dugard. And yellow, Tom Woolley. 3-all. So here we are then, the 2 minutes, all the riders on 2 minutes ready for heat 2. Off gate 1 we have in white Joe Lawler, in gate 2 in red Matt Saul, in gate 3 in yellow and black David Holt, And on the outside in blue, the young flying Tyler Govia. Tyler Govia just coming back from a crash last week where he injured his back. Hopefully he can overcome that and have a good gate here. So as the riders prepare for Heat 2, finding their lines, getting their bikes prepped. So here we go then. Start marshal bring them up to the tapes for Heat 2. And the bikes are revving and the clutches are dropped. And making their way to the first bend. Again off gate 4, a brilliant gate by Tyler Govia. Keeping the bike going, coming out in perfect fashion and pulling away. In second position is David Holt, followed by his teammate Joe Lawler, and at the back is Matt Saul. Tyler Govia pulling away here already. Oh, and we have a faller in white, Joe Lawler, who's got up and remounted. So out in front here we have Tyler Govia streaking away out in front, looking very comfortable and very classy. And in second, it's David Holt, enjoying his time here at the Isle of Wight for the first time, and he's looking smooth himself. But out in front's the high-flying Tyler Govia. Looks like he's got no comebacks from his crash last week, and looking impressive out in front. Matt Saul here giving it a good go in third, trying to get up onto scratch with David Holt. But can he find any ground? I don't think so. He's trying here in bends 3 and 4 to go wide to find the dirt. And he's tailed off. But Tyler Govia out in front then. Down the back straight. Here comes Matt Saul around the outside. Can he get there? No, he can't. So we're going down the back straight again for the final time. One last big dive here from Matt. Can he get around the outside? He's getting there. And he's got there around the outside for a nice second. Oh, onto the line. Ooh, close heat.
Very sporting there as well of Joe Lawler there to remove himself from the track.
And the result for heat number 2 for a win in blue for Tyler Govia. Unfortunately, the hard efforts of Matt Saul didn't work, and in second was David Holt, followed by Matt Saul in red for third, with Joe Lawler fell excluded at the back. And the scores after 2 heats are 7-5 to the Isle of Wight. So here we are then for heat number 3 of tonight's National League meeting. It's been a steady start for the Isle of Wight already, but in heat 3, sponsored by Cobra's Garage Mahal, in blue, off gate 1, Mark Baisby. In red is Lee Smart. And for Belle Vue, off gate 2, in white, guesting is James Shanes, and off gate 4, in yellow, is Rob Shuttleworth. Both homeboys have been scoring very well on their home track, so let's see if they can keep up the good form tonight. Let's see if Rob Shuttleworth can make another great gate off gate 4 like the other boys in heats 1 and 2 have, and continue the form of the most favourite gate here at the moment. James Shanes off gate 2 was a finalist here at the individual meeting earlier on in the season. Let's see if he can keep that form up in here in heat 3. So here they are then. Start marshal bring the riders up to tapes for heat 3. James Shanes, Lee Smart pulling up now for the final ride. Bikes are revving. Green lights on and the tapes are up. So close first run to the first bend, and Rob Shuttleworth again off gate 4 has made a brilliant gate, and away he goes with James Shanes in second, really pushing up the inside of Lee Smart there, going down the back straight, and the Belle Vue boys are on a 5-1 with Lee Smart and Mark Baisby now taking up the challenge in third on James Shanes, trying everything he knows up the inside here. Will he get him on the run into bend 1? Around the outside he goes with James Shanes, and he's overcooked it. And out in front is Rob Shuttleworth, followed by James Shanes, followed by Mark Baisby, and then Lee Smart. It's looking good here for the Belle Vue boys. Very comfortable out in front. But here comes Mark Baisby again, going to try for the outside swoop here in bend 1. But James Shanes has gone out there to cover it, and Mark's cut up the inside and coming off of bend 2 for the third lap. He's trying to push up hard and he hasn't quite got there, but he's all over the back end of James Shanes here. Can he get around the outside? He's carrying his speed consistently. And can he get it down the back straight? And he is now level with, he has not quite got there, but he's going to continue his run up the inside and try to get there behind him. But all the meanwhile, Rob Shuttleworth out in front, feeling no ill effects of this race. And around the outside goes Mark Baisby for the final time. Can he get him? And it looks like he won't. So that's a nice 5-1 for Belle Vue here. Rob Shuttleworth out in front. So a result there of Heat 3, sponsored by Cobra's Garage Mahal. Rob Shuttleworth out in front, James Shanes second, Mark Batesby third, followed by Lee Smart trailing off at the back. So that's a 5-1 for the Belle Vue Colts, making the scores 10-8 to the Belle Vue Aces.
Number 4 then, this one's in memory of Roy Bomber Belcher.
2 minutes are on for heat number 4, and we have a tasty little lineup in here. Off gate 1 in blue, Tyler Govia. Off gate 2 in yellow and black, David Holt. In red, off gate 3 is our captain James Cockle, and off gate 4 in white is Matt Williamson. Will gate 4 favour them again and make a great gate off gate 4 like it's worked in the last 3 heats, or will the boys on the inside be able to stop the run off gate 4? So David Holt looked okay in heat 2, picking up a 3rd place. Matt Williamson is one to look out for on the outside here, rides for Workington in the Premier League, and he's very good on these big fast tracks. Let's see what he can do in this heat. So here we are then, green light on and the tapes are up, and the boys on the outside make a great fly, and again gate 4 favours, and Matt Williamson is out in front, sticks to the inside and off the bend 2, he pulls away with James Cockle right behind him. Going into bend 3 for the first time then, Tyler Govia comfortable in 3rd, with David Holt trailing off at the back. So Matt Williamson looking impressive out in front, pulling away already, and round here they go, coming out of bend 2 for the second time, pulling away with James Cockle trying all he can to get up to speed with him, but it looks like it's not paying any dividends. So here we are then, Matt Williamson, James Cockle, followed by Tyler Govia, and David Holt is trailing off at the back still. So it's looking like a steady 3-all for the Isle of Wight Warriors. Matt Williamson fast out in front, not putting a wheel wrong, riding really steady here. James Cockle cannot do anything about this. He's trying his hardest, but with Matt Williamson out in front, going down the back straight for the final time, looking impressive and very, very fast. So here we are then, coming off of bend 4 for the final time, Matt Williamson, followed by James Cockle, Tyler Govia and David Holt. Share of the points then in heat number 4. Matt Williamson out in front, followed by James Cockle, Tyler Govia, then David Holt. So the scores are currently 11-13 to the Belle Vue Colts.
Before heat 5, we go and have a look at TB Motorcycles video.
TB Motorcycles have a passion for motorcycles and scooters, so you can rest assured that if your vehicle requires service or repair, you couldn't take it to a better place. Situated in Didcot, South Oxfordshire, they offer a wide range of high-quality services at a price you can afford. From service or tyre repair to full engine rebuilds, all their work is guaranteed. They offer a free local collection and delivery service, and if required, a breakdown and recovery service. Why not give them a call?
Heat number 5 is sponsored by TB Motorcycles. On gate 1 in yellow and black is Tom Woolley. Off gate 2 in red is Lee Smart. In white is the fast, impressive Daniel Bewley. And in blue, off gate 4, is Mark Batesby. It'll be interesting to see if Mark Batesby can make use of the fast, grippy gate 4 that all the riders have been getting off of very well. And it'll be interesting to see if Dan Bewley can also make a gate alongside him off 3, as he made a very fast gate last time out. So here we are then, the Star Marshal's bringing them up to tapes. Lee Smart last up, just faffing around with his clutch, getting himself ready, and up to the tapes he comes. So here we are then, getting ready for heat number 5. The green light's on, and they are away. And Dan Bewley has made another belter off gate 3, and he's pushed Mark Batesby, who is level with him, into the dirt. And coming off the bend 2, Mark Batesby going for the high line. We're outside the young Dan Bewley. Will he get the run? He has got the run on the outside of Dan Bewley, and it's close still coming off, but Mark Batesby has got the drop, and away he goes down the home straight. So it's Mark Batesby out in front with Dan Bewley in second, Lee Smart in third, and at the back Tom Woolley. It's impressive ride here by Mark Batesby to get out in front of that young impressive Daniel Bewley. Lee Smart also trying the high line now to see if he can bring up the speed. Dan Bewley, slight mistake there I feel. Lee Smart will push him into the first bend here and get him around the outside. Will he get the run? Mark Batesby clearing off out in front. Dan Bewley now aware that Lee Smart's on the outside of him with a little look there. Will he cover his run on the outside here? Yes, he has, but Lee Smart is still going for the outside run here. Drop down off of bend 4. I think he will get him here. And around the outside he goes. And he's in the dirt, and the bike is pulling. But Daniel Bewley still holding off in second. Mark Batesby well out in front here, with Tom Woolley also trailing well at the back. But the race here is in heat number 5. Lee Smart going around the outside for the final corner. Can he do it? Cut back, and no, he has not. So the result here in heat number 5, an impressive ride by Mark Batesby in blue, and Daniel Bewley in second, and the hard trying Lee Smart in third, with Tom Woolley at the back.
So levelling things up there. Launch very, very soon. We give you all the information about that over the next few weeks.
Heat number 6 sponsored by My First Skid. Off the inside gate in red is the fast, impressive Ellis Perks. In gate 2 in white is Matt Williamson. In gate 3 in blue, Kelsey Dugard. And off the outside, David Holt. So here we are then. Matt Williamson looked very impressive in his first ride. Let's see if he can capitalise on that and get another race win under his belt. But also, Ellis Perks had a good gate in his first ride, but unfortunately comes second to the ever-fast Daniel Bewley. It'll be a close race off gates 3 and 4 on the outside between Kelsey Dugard and David Holt. So here they are then. Tapes are about to go up off heat number 6, and away they go. It's a level start going to spend 1, but Matt Williamson just pulling away on the run, and away he is again in front, pulling away. Around the outside goes Kelsey Dugard in blue. Going into bend 3, Ellis Perks and Kelsey Dugard team riding for what it looks like, coming off of bend 4 for this first lap. Matt Williamson fast out in front like he was in his first race, and he's pulling a slight lead away from blue Kelsey Dugard. So Kelsey Dugard now trying to wind it on, right, find the lines, but Ellis Perks is up the inside, looks very quick. Kelsey Dugard just letting past Ellis Perks there to take up the challenge on Matt Williamson out in front. So we're going down the back straight now for the third lap. Matt Williamson fast, smooth and in comfort zone out in front, looking very fast. Premier League has definitely paid him well. So coming off the bench for the last time now, going down the back straight is Matt Williamson in white, Ellis Perks in red, followed by Kelsey Dugard in blue, David Holt at the back. So the race result here for heat number 6, sponsored by My First Skid, is in white Matt Williamson, in red Ellis Perks, blue Kelsey Dugard, making it a 3-all.
Colts rider in white, Matt Williamson. Gate 1, James Shanes, his partner in the yellow from gate number 3, Rob Shuttleworth.
So here we are then, 2 minutes are on for heat number 7. All the riders now making their way to the line. It's a very close meeting here tonight with points tied on 18 all. So let's see if the homeboys James Cockle and Matt Saul can get some points back in this race. But with the fast James Shanes in this, I can see it being very, very hard. So off gate 1 in white is James Shanes. Off gate 2 is James Cockle. Off gate 3 in yellow is Rob Shuttleworth. And off gate 4 in blue is Matt Saul. Both Belle Vue Colts boys looking very fast in their first races, so this will be a very hard race for our captain James Cockle. Let's hope he can pop out the gate and really make fast lines out here tonight to pull away and get a healthy lead for us. Boys off 3 and 4 look very tight. I wonder if the Star Marshal might move gate 3 back across into his box. Nope, he's very happy with how they are, so all the riders now being pulled up to the line for heat number 7, which is in memory of the late Eileen Shepherd. So here we are then, the bikes are revving up for heat number 7. And away they go, James Cockle dropping the clutch first, but Rob Shuttleworth pulling very nicely to the first bend, and around the outside he goes, sticks to the high line, and coming off the bend 2 he pulls away, and going into bend 3 for the first lap, Rob Shuttleworth followed by James Cockle. James Shanes in third in white, and at the back is Matt Saul. So James Shanes here trying hard and pushing hard around the outside of James Cockle. Will he get the run here going into bend 1? James Cockle now moving out onto the dirt line to block his ride. Very nice ride by here by James Cockle, using his head and blocking the lines of James Shanes behind him, whilst also trying to catch the ever-fast Rob Shuttleworth. So here we are then going into lap 3. Rob Shuttleworth out in front, followed by James Cockle in red. James Shanes in third, still pushing hard. But here comes James Cockle, trying the cutback now, going into bend 3 for the third lap. And he's going to try the outside line. Will his bike pull around the outside? He's going for it, but no, it won't. He'll just be caught out there. Will he get it in this final lap? We're going into the final lap now, so it's Rob Shuttleworth in yellow, James Cockle in red, James Shane's in white. This is a close race now for the final bends. Going into bend 3, Rob Shuttleworth, James Cockle unable to make an impression, but James Shane's cutting back to try and get up the inside, and no, it's going to stay as is. So the result here in heat number 7 is a 4-2 to the Belle Vue Colts, with the winner in yellow, Rob Shuttleworth, and in second, James Cockle, and in third, James Shanes, and at the back, Matt Saul.
Before the start of the season, Chris Popple interviewed Steve Churcher from Ha Ha Training.
We have with us one of the new sponsors for the new era of Island Speedway. This is Steve Churcher from Ha Ha Training. Steve, nice to meet you.
And you.
Tell us, Steve, what Ha Ha Training do and where you are based.
We train, or we do apprenticeships in hairdressing and barbering. We've got an academy now in Portsmouth, which is our hub, and we've also got one in Fareham, and we do training in Surrey and also on the Isle of Wight recently. So.
And would this be your first venture into working within the Speedway world, do the sponsorship?
Yeah, absolutely. How we've fallen into Speedway is one of our partners or one of our employers actually. Our husband's heavily involved with Speedway, so it's rubbed off on us. So, and here we are today.
So, do you have much knowledge of the sport yourself? Are you a Speedway fan, for instance?
No, but I'm growing to love it. So, yeah, absolutely. And Barry Bishop is very perfectionist, and I'm starting to feel the passion. So, yeah, looking forward to working with Barry and definitely getting this track up and running and. Getting Speedway back on the island would be fantastic.
Speedway's certainly a sport that if you do decide to get involved, it can be infectious, and it's good to see people like yourselves coming on board as sponsors for the new era. So as for the future, Steve, where do you see the association going, and what are your goals working with Speedway?
With us, we're very keen on training, and Barry's vision's that as well, and our ultimate aim, working with Barry is to find an Isle of Wight Speedway champion. That's what we want to do. Get young people involved with it, the community feel back into Speedway.
Excellent, Steve, and an excellent goal. Thank you for getting involved, and thank you for your time tonight.
Thank
you. So riders now coming out for heat number 8, sponsored by Ha Ha Training. Off the inside in yellow is David Holt. Off gate 2 in blue is Tyler Govia. Off gate 3 in white is Tom Woolley, and off the outside in gate 4 is Kelsey Dugard. So 2 points separating the sides. Can the hard-trying Kelsey Dugard get off gate 4, which seems to be a great gate tonight? People are flying off the outside gate. So as the riders pull up now for heat number 8. Green light comes on, and away they go. Off the outside, Kelsey Dugard's made a blinder, followed in white by Tom Woolley. And Kelsey Dugard has got fresh air, and away he goes. He should pull away from here now. And going into bend 3, he goes in looking very comfortable out in front, followed by Tom Woolley in second, Tyler Govia in third, and at the back is David Holt. So it's a very spread out race here, but Tom Woolley is trying all he can to get onto the pace of Kelsey Dugard, but he just cannot catch him. Kelsey Dugard having a look back there to see where his opponents are. Tyler Govia looks like he's having some ill effects from last week's injury. In third, not really looking his old self. But out in front, the impressive Kelsey Dugard pulling away. He's really made headway coming over here to the Isle of Wight from Eastbourne. He's looking fast, furious and in control. So this is a steady 4-2 for the island, pulling some points back here. So as we come into the final lap now, Kelsey Dugard, followed by Tom Woolley, Tyler Govia, and at the back is David Holt. This levels the scores back up. And Kelsey Dugard out in front crosses the line. Your winner in red is Kelsey Dugard. In white in second, Tom Woolley. In third, in blue, Tyler Govia. And at the back was David Holt.
Warriors there banging in a 4-2 heat advantage. What's that done? It's just levelled it all up again.
So here they are then, the riders coming out for heat number 9 of this closely contested National League match. gate number 1 in white, Matt Williamson. Off gate 2 in blue, Mark Baseby. Off gate 3 in yellow and black is Joe Lawler. And off the outside in red is Lee Smart. This heat sponsored by Dord Al Nigre. Hopefully Mark Baseby can make a good gate off gate number 2 to be able to clamp the fast gating Matt Williamson on gate number 1 and give Lee the option to run around the outside and get the Warriors back in front. So here they are now, coming up, and the green lights are on, and they drop the clutches, and away Matt Williamson very fast again off gate 1, but Lee Smart equal to him on the outside and gets the run, and he's out in front. So there we go down the back straight, Lee Smart followed by Matt Williamson, Mark Baseby and Joe Lawler at the back. Mark Baseby ran the outside of Matt Williamson, down the home straight now, and he's got him. So dropped into bend 1 now is a 5-1 for the Warriors. Lee Smart followed by Mark Baseby and Matt Williamson. Can Mark Baseby hold off the challenge now of Matt Williamson after that fantastic pass? He looks very quick in second. So it's Lee Smart followed by Mark Baseby. What a fantastic 5-1 this will be for the Warriors. Matt Williamson unable to make any impression on the homeboys out in front. Lee Smart looking very smooth in front, followed by Mark Baseby. So here we go then, bend 2 for the final lap. Lee Smart, Mark Baseby, Matt Williamson and Joe Lawler trailing off at the back. It's a very impressive heat by the homeboys. This will really, really fire up the team here. So the score's now 29-25 after 9 heats of racing. The winner in that was Lee Smart, followed by Mark Baseby for the Warriors, and in white, Matt Williamson, and trailing off at the back, Joe Lawler. We have a drone here tonight capturing footage, just flying above us now. It's heat number 10 then, and it's sponsored in memory of Shazzy Bird. So off gate number 1 on the inside is Rob Shuttleworth. In white off gate 3, the winner last time out, James Shanes. In blue is Kelsey Dugard. And off the outside in red, Ellis Perks. So Ellis having a good meeting, getting really dialed into the track, obviously on the track which he should have been riding at the start of the season, but for unforeseen circumstances he ended up elsewhere. So coming out now onto the track for the final rider is Kelsey Dugard, also having a great last win in his last ride. Hopefully he can do more of the same and push the Warriors to a bigger lead. So here we are then, riders taking their positions for heat number 10. And the green lights are on and the tapes are up. And coming off the outside gate is Ellis Perks, but James Shane's cutting his nose off there perfectly off gate 3, and coming off the bend 2, sweeping away in front. Will Ellis Perks be able to come up the inside here? I don't think so, and James Shanes has just pulled away again with a nice first lap. So it's James Shanes followed by Ellis Perks and Rob Shuttleworth in third. Kelsey Dugard trailing off at the back, which is disappointing after his last race win. So James Shane's out in front looking fast and smooth as always when he hits the front, followed by Ellis Perks, who's trying hard in second. Ellis Perks now really trying the lines, inside, outside, trying everything to try and catch up with the fast James Shanes. James Shane's up the banking for the third lap, pulling a locker there, giving a little bit of ground up to Ellis Perks, but I don't think that'll pay much problem to him, and he's still out in front and looking fast. So James Shanes then for the final lap down the back straight, followed by Ellis Perks trying hard, Rob Shuttleworth being unchallenged by Kelsey Dugard in third place. So off the final bend now then, and it's a great win for James Shanes in white. So the race win then was in white, James Shanes, followed by red, Ellis Perks, and in yellow, Rob Shuttleworth, and at the back, Kelsey Dugard. So it's good to see the promoter Barry Bishop doing his job and keeping all the fans happy tonight. He's up there mingling around with them in the stadium, keeping all the fans very happy.
Just 2 points between the two sides.
So here we are then, the track's now been prepared. Heat number 11, sponsored by Sharp. Off gate number 1 in red is James Cockle, our captain. Off gate number 2 in white is Daniel Bewley. Gate number 3 blue is Matt Saul, and off gate number 4 in yellow is Tom Woolley. So Dan Bewley's been really fast tonight with a few impressive wins, but got pipped to the line by Mark Baseby last time out with an impressive outside swoop. So let's see if James Cockle could do the same and win this race for the Warriors. You've got to watch out for Tom Woolley off gate 4, because gate 4's been looking very good tonight, and they've been making impressive starts off the outside gate. So the start master is now getting them all into place, pulling them up to the line. There he is, pulling James Cockle up from gate 1, making sure they're all prepared and trying to get this heat ready. Riders taking their time. So here we are then, all 4 riders now up to the tapes for heat number 11. And the green light is on and the tapes are up. And it's a cracking get off gate 4 from Tom Woolley. James Cockle making a good get off 1 but not being able to capitalise on it. And coming off of bend 2, Tom Woolley is in front going down the back straight for the first time, with James Cockle right behind him, with Matt Saul in 3rd, Daniel Bewley at the back. So James Cockle now going for an outside swoop, coming off of bend 4. Will he get around the outside of Tom Woolley? Tom Woolley holding it, and he's done him. Going into bend 1, James Cockle now in front from Tom Woolley in 2nd, Matt Saul in 3rd, Daniel Bewley. Cracking right there from James Cockle, our captain, pulling away down the back straight in fantastic form. Tom Woolley now looking comfortable in 2nd, but will Matt Saul be able to capitalise and gain ground on him? And it's looking no, with Daniel Bewley chasing Matt Saul at the back, riding him very hard. But as I say, the impressive James Cockle now out in front, down the back straight for the 3rd lap. Tom Woolley in comfortable 2nd now. So the race is at the back, with Daniel Bewley trying all the lines to try and get around the outside of Matt Saul, and he's going for it now off bend 4, and he's done him. So now it's a steady 3-all, with James Cockle taking the win, barring any mechanical failures, with Tom Woolley 2nd, Daniel Bewley 3rd, and Matt Saul struggling at the back for speed. So here we are then for the final bends. James Cockle taking the win, nice and steady out in front. Tom Woolley 2nd, Daniel Bewley 3rd, and Matt Saul at the back. And the race win coming for James Cockle out in front, Tom Woolley, Daniel Bewley, and Matt Saul in blue.
Down the home straight. The Warriors skipper in red, James Cockle.
Whilst the replays are on, we're going to head next over to Dave Stevens, the Warriors team sponsor and today's meeting sponsor, SBS Epos.
My name's Dave Stevens. I run a company called SBS Epos. We're based in West Wellow, which is just outside Southampton in Hampshire. I've been a Speedway supporter for 40 years. So we've done sponsorship for the last few years. We sponsored a little bit of Paul. We sponsored Carl Newman for the last few years. With the island, I actually came over to the island 2 years back and had a walk around the track. I've never actually seen a meeting here. It's the first opportunity I've had to come over it a couple of years back, like I say, and it was closed. I made it be known then that if anything, was to happen here, then I'd be interested in getting involved with sponsorship and that. Obviously, time moved on. Barry and Martin contacted me. So what we've done is we were the initial sponsor to get involved here and that. So obviously doing as much as we can to help out. It's it's such a great track and that. When I first came over and saw it, I couldn't believe what a nice track it was. Lovely stadium. It seems such a pity that we got such a great place like this without a team. Well, now we've got two things together. We have got a team and we've got a great track. It's not just a team, it's a great team. We've got a great leader in Brendan, and I think it's just going to be such a fantastic year. I was excited to get involved. As time goes on and it becomes closer and closer, I get even more excited. So just can't wait. It's going to be great.
So here we are then, the riders are up to tapes ready for heat number 12. Just waiting on one more rider, who's the rider in red, Lee Smart, last to come to the tapes. The lineup for heat number 12. Off the inside in red, Lee Smart. Off gate 2, Joe Lawler. Off gate 3 in blue is Tyler Govia, and off the outside in white is James Shanes. James Shanes looking very fast tonight once he gets out in front. If he can make another one of his electric gates, he should be able to clear away out in front and make a steady win for the Belle Vue Colts. But what can Lee Smart and Tyler Govia do to stop the fast James Shanes from gate 4? Tyler Govia struggling for points tonight, but hopefully he can make a gate over Joe Lawler off gate 2 and get in the points to give the Warriors a bigger lead. So the rider's given the start marshal a little run around here whilst he's trying to pull him to the tapes, but it looks like he's managed to get all 4 riders up to the line now, and we're just about ready for heat number 12. So the start marshal puts his hands in the air and the green lights are on and the tapes are up. Lee Smart jumping that by a country mile, but James Shanes made a great start off the outside gate, has the dirt run, and he cuts a line straight in front of Lee, and the red lights have come on. So that's a stoppage here in heat number 12 with the rider in red making the jump. So a fresh 2 minutes here now for heat number 12, with all 4 riders coming back to the start, with the rider in red, Lee Smart, getting a warning for jumping from gate 1. James Shane's first to the line. He's looked very impressive tonight, very fast when he gets out in front, and if he can make another gate like he did off gate 4 then, he should be well away with the dirt line and out in front. Lee Smart, probably the biggest challenger to James Shanes in this race here off gate number 1, now pulling to the tapes. Hopefully he can make an electric gate and get there to at least be able to take the dirt line from James Shanes and hopefully take the race. We're now just waiting for the final rider, Joe Lawler, to come to the tapes ready for the restart of heat number 12. So with 30 seconds remaining here on the 2 minutes, all 4 riders are now up to the tapes. Riders just preparing their ruts again after using them for the false start. And the start marshal is now ready. Here we go, all 4 riders are now up to the tapes. And the green lights are on. And the bikes are revving and away they go. James Shanes has made another electric gate off the outside with Tyler and Lee level going into bends 1 and 2. Lee pushing there for the outside line to try and chase James Shanes, but James is fast when he's out in front and he pulls away down the back straight. James Shanes now followed by Lee Smart and Tyler Govier in blue with Joe Lawler at the back. So with Lee Smart now taking up the challenge on the fast James Shanes, trying the dirt line, but it's exactly where James is, so he's not going to make any headway here. So going down the back straight, it's James, Lee and Tyler. It's currently a 3-all, which keeps this meeting very tight. Be 2 points ahead after this heat if it's all things stay the same. So the fast James Shanes looking smooth and in control, really using the banking down here in bends 3, which you'll see him go up the banking here, using the dirt line and coming back down. He's very, very fast tonight, with Lee Smart having no answers to the very fast James Shanes. So here we are then, the final lap with James Shanes blasting around out in front, having fun, looking calm, collected and very fast. Lee Smart with no answers at all, and Tyler Govier settling in for an easy 3rd place behind his teammate. James Shanes very fast, impressive win there, with Lee Smart in 2nd, Tyler Govier in 3rd, and Joe Lawler just coming in at the back now. So it's a share of the points, 3-all there in heat number 12. Race winner James Shanes, followed by Lee Smart in red, Tyler Govier in blue, and Joe Lawler in yellow. So the 2 minutes here for heat number 13, followed by Alan Critcher. All 4 riders now up to the tapes then, and on the inside is the fast Dan Bewley and his teammate in yellow and black off gate 3, Matt Williamson. Off gate 2 in red is Ellis Perks, and off the outside in gate 4 is James Cockle, the captain. So we'll see who's going to come out victorious in heat 13, as it's the battle of the top guns, and it's been a very good meeting for all 4 riders so far, so anything could happen. If any of these riders make the gate and get out in front, it'll be very hard to pass on the track this evening. So let's hope that the homeboys can make the gates off 2 and 4 and hopefully squeeze the Colts out. So here we are then, Start Marshal, bring them up again for heat number 13 here of the National League meeting between the Isle of Wight Warriors and the Belle Vue Colts. The Warriors are 2 points ahead, and here we go, the green lights are on and the tapes are up, and it's an even gate, but the outside gate's just pipping it, and James Cockle coming across hard on Matt Williamson there. Matt Williamson not having any of it, but James is holding the outside line and down the back straight. He goes for it. Matt Williamson just pips up the inside. That was a fantastic ride there. But James Cockle not giving him any room, but he squeezed through anyway. Heat number 13 here so far with Matt Williamson out in front. James Cockle trying all he knows out in second, with Ellis Perks way behind the eventual leader. Heat number 13, Matt Williamson, followed by James Cockle and Ellis Perks for the home team. And Dan Bewley trailing off at the back, not so fast as how he was in his first couple of heats. But it's a steady 3-all, which keeps this meeting very, very close again with 2 points in it. So if this stays like this, it's going to take it into the last few heats. So for the final lap here, Matt Williamson, very impressive out in front. His Premier League form showing through, followed by James Cockle, Ellis Perks, and Dan Bewley trailing in at the back. Very fast race win there by Matt Williamson in yellow. Heat number 13 result. Race winner in yellow, Matt Williamson. In blue, for the Warriors, James Cockle. In red, Ellis Perks. And at the back, in white, was Dan Bewley. That keeps 2 points in it, with the Warriors going into Heat 14, 2 points ahead.
And Hyphose, they are the sponsors of Heat 14, and they give us an insight into their business.
Hyphose is your first port of call for all your hydraulic, pneumatic and industrial hose applications. Hyphose have 3 branches. Here at Poole is the head office. We have one in Southampton and one in Portsmouth. Hyphose tends to service all types of customers, whether it will be a one-man band or whether it will be a multinational type company. We tend to deal with a lot of the OEMs, which is original equipment manufacturers, right down for the person who just wants a basic hose for their vehicle. If you've got a problem that's hose related, you need to come down and see us. We have expertise, we have the staff, and we'll welcome you into our locations. We'll be glad to help you.
Heat number 14 then, for the final penultimate heat before Heat 15. It's a reserve change down in blue. Matt Saul being replaced by Tyler Govia. So it's Tyler Govia off gate 1 in blue. Off gate 2 in white is Rob Shuttleworth. Off gate 3 in red is Mark Baisby. And off the outside in yellow is David Holt. 2 points in it now, with both teams very evenly poised here for Heat 14. Should be a very clear win for Mark Baisby if he can get out of the gate here. Very untroubled, I would think, with this lineup, but we will see how things pan out. Hopefully Tyler off gate 1 can pop out the start and make one of his good gates. He's fast when he's out in front, so he just needs to get out of the gate and make a good start, and he should be well away. So hopefully we can see the Warriors pick up some much needed points here. Star Marshal bring the riders up for Heat 14. Heat 14 is sponsored by Hyphose Limited for all your hydraulic needs. And the tapes are up, and in white, a brilliant start by Robert Shuttleworth, pushing Mark Baisby wide, pushing him wider and wider and wider, but Mark's holding on, and away he goes down the back straight, well out in front now. Brilliant move there by Mark Baisby, like he's been doing all evening, riding the high line and just pulling out in front. So now it's Mark Baisby followed by Rob Shuttleworth, by Tyler Govia, and at the back is David Holt. So Mark Baisby going high and wide to find the dirt here, coming off the bend 2 for the second lap. Rob Shuttleworth has no answers to the speed of Mark, but unfortunately Tyler Govia's just packed up at the back here, which has allowed David Holt to get through, which gives it another 3-all, which keeping this meeting very, very close. That's hard lines there for Tyler. But Mark Baisby very, very fast out in front, not putting a wheel wrong, and he looks very impressive. I think we can safely say we'll be seeing him in Heat 15. So it's Mark Baisby out in front for the final lap, just coming up to the tapes. Mark Baisby, very, very impressive. Followed by Robert Shuttleworth, also very impressive considering he's against such a fast opponent. And David Holt coming round to take third place. And Tyler Govia seems to have got his bike back on track. I don't know what was wrong with it, but unfortunately he's back, trailed off at the back, and that gives it another 3-all. So here we go then, the result for Heat number 14, sponsored by Hyphose Limited. It is Mark Baisby, followed by Rob Shuttleworth, David Holt, and coming in final was Tyler Govia. 43-41 as we go into the final heat.
Still 2 points up. 43-41 as we go into the final heat.
Somehow I did say it was going to go down to the wire, didn't I? I saw a 5-1 would be doing it in style. What is going to happen?
Here we are then for the final heat decider here at the Andrew Uni Stadium for the National League meeting between the Isle of Wight Warriors and the Belle Vue Colts. It's been a very good meeting tonight, but it's all down to this really. Both teams could take away full points here. So off gate number 1 in red is James Cockle. In gate 2, James Shanes. Off gate 3 in blue is Mark Baisby, and off the outside is Matt Williamson. So this race is going to be all about the gate. It all depends on who's going to pop out and make the best start and get clear air down this back straight. But the ever hard chasing Mark Baisby, if he doesn't make the gate, I think he will really push on here. It's heat number 15 being sponsored by SBS Epos. All 4 riders taking their time to find the perfect gate. And the green lights are on and the tapes are up, and it's a good gate by Matt Williamson on the outside with Mark Baisby in blue going straight to the high line. James Cockle in red off the inside. And here we go, here comes Mark Baisby going for the big drop round the outside, going to try the dirt line, but there's nothing to catch him. Matt Williamson looked very good out front. So Matt Williamson taking the lead, Mark Baisby in blue trying all the lines to catch up, but I don't think he's going to do it from here. He's over trying, so it's an easy lead for Matt Williamson here. James Cockle pushing Mark Baisby hard here to stay in the 3 points to keep it a 3-all, but James Shanes is now trying hard at the back, gaining ground, and he's going to try the outside here. If they're not careful, he's going to split the pairing. So Mark Baisby's on the outside, still covering the outside line, James Cockle on the inside. James Shanes trying everything he knows at the back, but just can't make a headway on these guys. So we're going into the final lap here, and James Shanes is trying his best, going around the outside now. Into bends 1 and 2. Matt Williamson clear out in front, but the race is at the back here. Can James Shanes get anything off this final bend? We will see now, with James Shanes going wide to try and cut the pairing of the Warriors. And will he get James Cockle on the line? Race to the line? No. So Matt Williamson was the winner in yellow, with the rider in blue, Mark Baisby, followed by James Cockle and James Shanes at the back.
So a share of the points, 3 each, gives the victory then to the Warriors, 46 points to 44. Going through the individual score chart for you. First of all, the Belle Vue Colts, Dan Bewley, 4 rides and 6 points and a bonus. Tom Woolley, 4 rides, 4 points. James Shanes, our guest for the evening, 9 points and 1 bonus. Rob Shuttleworth, 9 points from his 4 rides. Matt Williamson, 5 rides and 13 points. Joe Lawler failed to score from his 3 rides, and David Holt finally from his 5 rides, a 3 and a bonus to give their total of 44 points. For the Wight Warriors, Ellis Perks, the guest at number 1, 7 points and a bonus from his 4 rides. Kelsey Dugard, he grabbed 5 points and 2 bonus from 4 rides. Lee Smart from 4 rides, 6 points. Mark Baisby, 5 rides, 11 and 1 bonus. James Cockle, the skipper there, with 5 rides and 10 points and a bonus. Matt Saul, 1 point from his 3 rides. And Tyler Govia from his 5 rides, 6 and 2 bonus to give a total of 46 points.
How close can it be? Last seat decider, 2 weeks on a bounce.
So we see the riders now coming out with their celebration. There goes a wheelie there from Ellis Perks. Kelsey Dugard, he's going along the back straight. And a little wave there from the riders, Tyler Govia. Cracking meeting at Smallbrook at the Andrew Uni Stadium. Another last heat decider. The riders now doing their burnouts in front of the supporters, in front of the main stand. So riders now are heading back to the pits as we head into the interviews with Brendan.
So it was a good meeting for us Warriors. We come away with a win. You happy with it?
Yeah, definitely. We knew that it would be really hard, and we'll probably go to the last heat. And sure enough, I think the last 5 races was all 3-all. So it was close, and we was only 2 points up going in the last heat. So it was pretty exciting for everyone, but we managed to pull it off, which is really good.
Good. So was the choice for heat 15 hard to make, or was it quite an easy, straightforward decision?
I sort of looked at the programme, and I sort of felt that sort of Mark could get the big run around the outside, and sort of James was packing in the sort of second and third places, which we only needed 3-3, so I sort of felt confident that those two were the best two for the job, and as it turns out, we're lucky enough they were.
So halfway through the meeting, it was still very close towards the end, but was there a moment when you thought we really need to step up? Did you get all the boys together?
We didn't actually get the boys together, but yeah, like the Belle Vue boys rode are really good. Had some good race winners. With obviously Matt Williamson was good today, and Shuttleworth, and obviously Shane's in. Dan Bewley started off good, so to even defeat them by 2 points was a sort of great victory for us, and we'll take those 3 points.
Yeah, exactly. So it's on to the next meeting now. Obviously, we need more league points. I believe it's away at Kent, isn't it? Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. How do you think we'll fare there?
Well, I think that Kent means National Trophy, actually, isn't it?
National Trophy.
Yeah.
Same thing. We need points. We need to win.
Well, no, it's good because we're actually at Somerset tomorrow in a challenge match against Exeter, and then we've got a challenge match here next week, which keeps the boys on track. It's important that they keep riding the bike and keep getting the races in. So it's obviously all important for the matches, the league matches that are coming up. We'll be thick and fast, soon, and get the boys ready. Like, I think with sort of Mark, he's been riding more in. He's sort of just getting there now, and like I've said the whole sort of season that a lot of our team didn't ride last year, so we needed the lap. So as many races as we can get is good, and these sort of extra challenge matches can only benefit the team, which is good. Exactly.
I believe Saul might have blown up his motor tonight. Do you know if he's going to be all set and get all that sorted?
Yeah, I'm sure Matt will. He's got another engine at home, so he's all part and parcel of the job, as you well know. So it isn't nice, and it's probably going to cost him a bit of money, but unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast, and that's Speedway. So bad luck on Matt.
So the burning question on everybody's lips is: are you going to miss another ferry tonight?
Well, you better ask her wife. She's driving.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
So it was a great win for the Warriors tonight after a very close meeting with Belle Vue. Are you happy with that?
Absolutely superb. Another last heat decider. I was walking around to the crowd, and the crowd were really enthusiastic. I had a guy come up to me and said, "That's the best entertainment we've had in here for years." He said, slight exaggeration, I think, but I think that just sums up the night, really. And he said it built on what happened last week, which was another fantastic meeting. So I'm really pleased with it.
Good. I mean, that can only be good for the people of the island to get the word about and say that there's close racing here for people to come and watch. And the track seems to be holding up well. How do you feel about that?
I think the track's doing really well. As you know, we had Graham Arnold down here and had a load of shale put on. Graham worked it in, along with Barry and myself. And I think last week it was okay, but a little bit bumpy going into 1. Big bump going into 3, but you could avoid it. I think this week it was better going into 1, and I think the track held up pretty well. I walked it midway through the meeting, a couple of holes there, but when you look at what happened at Poole on Monday, I think our track was as good as theirs, if not better.
Yeah, no, I mean, it seems to be holding up all right, and I mean, the riders don't seem to be moaning too much about it. It may be the odd bump here and there, but that's Speedway, you've got to get over it. Do you think there'll be more show in the future added to this track, or is that kind of it for the season now?
No, I think what we've inherited here is a track that's been neglected for years. The last proper shale was delivered in probably about 2008, and nothing since. We're working with Graham Arnold to see whether some of the stuff that he uses can be used down here, and it's relatively cheap. It's South Coast produced, so if that works we'll bring some more over. If not, we'll just have to save up and bring some more Breeden shale down.
Okay, well, thank you very much for talking to me tonight. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much.
And Hyphose, they are the sponsors of Heat 14, and they give us an insight into their business.